This is the training room environment. In most days of your life, you're supposed to be experts. You're supposed to have the answers. You're supposed to know what you're doing. In this room, you're allowed to be a rookie again. You're allowed to be able to let go of some of the things that you don't know, create some space to receive some new information, and then when you step back out there, then you can add what you learn here to what you already had and see how you're going to go use it in your real world. So relish rookie mode. Rookie is the place that we get to be able to learn at the steepest of gradients. Be safe and playful in the fact that we are here because we're looking to change, correct? And you're in the business of helping other people navigate change. You're in the business of helping other people navigate one of the most emotionally charged challenges in their world. You're also in a period of time in the world at this moment in time that is going through demonstrable amounts of change, whilst helping other people navigate a highly emotional charged change, whilst also looking to try and change your results. Simple question I have for all of you at this moment is, do people like change, yes or no? Let's test it for a second. Folks, do me a favor and fold your arms for me. No, not that way. Try it like the other way. Oh, freaking weird, right? Like you're being hugged by a stranger. You liked it though, right? You liked it. It's like, this feels good. Can't wait to get home tonight. Can't wait to get home tonight. That is one of the simplest of changes that I can ask you to make. Yet that change alone was uncomfortable, correct? Understanding that change is uncomfortable and we're in the business of helping other people navigate change, let's recognize that the job that we're being asked to do is not an easy job. If it was an easy job, who could do it? Anybody and everybody. I think it's remarkably exciting right now how hard this business is. Because if anybody could do it, there'd be less need for you. So the fact that it's difficult, the fact that your buyers and sellers are confused, the fact that you need to help people navigate chaos is where your value comes from. Your ability to help people navigate chaos. And you want a big part of what I believe your job to be is you are decision catalysts or professional mind maker-uppers. One of the greatest expenses to your business is the indecision that exists in buyers and sellers. And if you can help them navigate their indecision, there's a strong possibility that you get improved results. Making sense? But with all this talk about change, there's something I'm pretty sure that is definitely not changed. And that is the fact that your success is measured by your results, and your results are indexed to the sale of houses. That's not changed, correct? So who in this room as a child said, when I grow up, what I'd like to be is a salesperson? I figured as much. None of you. What do we think about salespeople? Throw some words at me, some adjectives that would describe a stereotypical salesperson. Slimy, manipulative, pushy, greedy, icky. What else we got? Stereotypical salesperson. Say again? Commission breath. Self-absorbed. Manipulative, won't be quiet.
Helpful.
A liar. Woo! A liar. See that sequence of words? If somebody used those words to describe you, somebody saw that in you when they met you for the very first time, how would that make you feel in here? Edwin just gave me the face that said it all. It was like, yuck. What if by alternative, though, I ask you not to describe a stereotypical salesperson? What if by alternative, I ask you to describe a professional salesperson?
Helpful.
Now, we're helpful, we're driven, caring, genuine, consultative, trustworthy. Geez, we were a liar a second ago. Knowledgeable. An active listener. Empathetic. See this sequence of words. If somebody used those words to describe you, somebody saw that in you when they met you for the first time, how are you feeling right now? Like amazing. Yeah, I'm good with that. Catch two tiny, massive lessons in that example. Two tiny, massive lessons. The first is this. Being a salesperson is not a bad thing. The perception of being a salesperson is what is a bad thing. So what that means is if anybody ever says the words to you, particularly a client or a prospect, that you are a great salesperson, I hate to break it to you, that is not a compliment. What it almost certainly means is stop it. Stop it now, I don't like it. We're not in the business of looking for applause for our sales skills. That's not the business we're in. What we're actually chasing is something very different. What we're chasing is something called gratitude. So if you thought I could teach you to be more pushy, more slimy, better at telling lies, wrong room. But if by alternative what you want to understand is how do you get people to act on your advice and then say thank you for it, and maintain that level of thanks long after, then that's exactly what we're here for. Getting people to see your worth and say thank you for it. But I said there were two tiny massive lessons in that too. The second is perhaps a touch more profound. See, in that example, I changed just one word, correct? I changed stereotypical to professional. And when I changed one word, what did you do? You changed all the words. You saw a completely different image in your mind's eye with the difference between stereotypical and professional. Completely different image. Therefore, could it be possible in your everyday interactions that other people aren't seeing what you're saying? When you think about what leaves your mouth, does it matter what you said? Does it matter what you meant? Or what does really matter is what do they see as a result of what you said and meant? That's the puzzle that we're trying to solve, is how do you get people to see things differently? You're going to learn in our time together today just how pedantic I am about word choices. But before we get to that, answer me this question. Salespeople, are they born or are they made? Are they born or are they made? Are they born or are they made? What do we think? We've got some indecision here amongst us, right? Let me reframe the question. What does a 3-year-old do when they want something? The first thing they do is they ask, right? Failing that, they ask again and again and again and again and again and again and again. Failing that, what do? Whatever it takes.
That's not what we're supposed to do.
Who in this room has a 3-year-old or was a 3-year-old? Finish this sentence for me. If you do not ask, you do not get, you do not know, you do not receive. We were all born with the innate ability to be able to ask for things, every single one of us. What happens is life trains it out of us. We get told things like it's rude to ask. We get taught things by adults that's like, I want, doesn't get. Yet then when we find ourselves in the real world, like you have to ask for things and you have to want if you're going to go get. And it wasn't bad advice from the adults in our life at the time that said, look, slow down, stop asking for things. It was the right advice at the time. I'm here today to tell you that times have now changed, and at this point in your adulthood, it's okay to ask for the things that you want. Your success in life is in direct correlation to the quantity of quality asks that you make, period. Your success in life is in direct correlation to the quantity of quality asks that you make, full stop. There are many of you in this room that are wishing for change in your world, praying for change in your world, hoping for change in your world, waiting for change in your world. All those things are good things. They won't be asking. So we have to get good at asking for the things that we want in our life. And all of us were born with the innate ability to be able to sell things. Every single one of us is selling something. Sometimes it's a house, sometimes it's a product or service, and almost always it's a change of thinking and a change of behavior. So being okay with the fact that being a salesperson is not a bad thing is a great place for us to be able to start. But it does bring me to probably the most important lesson that I came all this way to be able to share with all of you. And the most important lesson that I came to share with each and every one of you here today is hang on. Oh yeah, that's it. When is the worst time to think about the thing you're going to say? Right in the very moment when you're saying it, right? That is the worst time to think about the thing you're going to say. Yet how many times have you stepped away from an important moment and thought shoulda, woulda, coulda? How many times have you stepped away from an important moment and thought, who on earth was that idiot? With the person you were talking about being oneself. It is almost impossible to debrief a conversation and change it. Yet what you could do is pre-brief that exact same conversation, and there's a chance you can make a lot of changes if you get ahead of it. I said I'm pedantic about word choices, so much so that I did write this little book about them. It's a book I'm insanely proud of. I'm proud of it for a gazillion reasons, but one big one is it is like a genuine bestseller. We've now sold nearly 3 million copies, translated into 29 different languages. And this tiny little book, it outsold 50 Shades of Grey. And Harry Potter. Legit. For one whole day. I've seen some of the wins you folks celebrate, so I'm taking mine, right? Like, that's how we're going to roll. But why do I tell you it's a best-selling book? It's because I learned that people are good at buying books. I repeat, they're good at buying books. What are they not so good at? And then taking action on what lives inside. So I learned that if I could write a tiny, massive book and fill it full of big ideas, but you can get cover to cover in like an hour, make the font this big, put plenty of white space around it, chances are people might get to the finish line. And they do. And then they go take action on what they learn, and they do because I know, because every day a stranger writes to me to tell me it's true. It's a book full of what I call my magic words. What are magic words? They are words that talk straight towards your subconscious brain. What is your subconscious brain? Well, it's a bit like a computer that has absolute outcomes. So your subconscious brain has a yes output and a no output. There's no maybe in the subconscious. What is the greatest cost to your business right now? All the people that are stuck in indecision. All the people who are stuck in maybe. So if you can talk to the part of somebody's brain that is fundamentally more decisive, you can increase the rate of decision. If you can increase the rate of decision, you can increase the rate of action. And if you can increase the rate of action, what you can now do is increase the rate of transaction. It is that easy and it's that hard. Still confused about this subconscious brain thing? I'll give you some examples of where it served you. Does anybody here remember like a familiar car ride? Where you remember getting into the vehicle in the morning and then you remember arriving at the destination and you have no idea how you got here? That was the subconscious brain that took the drive. Like, don't worry. If anything unusual happened, conscious brain would grab the wheel, you'd be back in control in a nanosecond. It's like our human autopilot. Without utilizing it, we'd be exhausted about 3 minutes after we woke up for the quantity of decisions that a human has to make on a daily basis. Still confused about subconscious brain? See it as nothing more than like a little voice inside your head. That's all it is, a little voice inside your head. And if you're sat there right now thinking that you haven't got a little voice inside your head, that's the little voice telling you you haven't got a little voice. Learning to speak to other people is what could give you a fair advantage in almost any given moment in time. That's what we're going to spend some time diving into today, is unlocking word choices that can allow you to be more persuasive, more influential in many of the key moments in your life.